Hello, today we are working on a Dell XPS. Let me show you. It's an XPS 9300, I think it's the 13-inch one. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I always like this type of machine. It's small, compact, light, and it looks really good. Now I already have the back cover removed, and I already see that somebody worked here. I can see the hot air. I think they used some hot air here. Yeah, because I see this a bit melted. I can also see here some flux residue, and I think they also work here. I think this is the BIOS. Yeah, I don't know why they removed the BIOS. I'm gonna disconnect the battery. The laptop is completely dead, so if I connect it to the power supply, let me bring the instruments on the screen. You can see the USB supply right here. So if I connect it here, you see we're not getting no voltage, nothing. The same if I connect it on the other side, we have no voltage, nothing. So this is a bit of a bummer that we have to work on after somebody worked on it already. I see these antennas were already removed. So let's do some small measurements. What I like to do is to have the battery disconnected and then just probe some of the coils around here. So I'm gonna take a negative here on the battery connector. So let's see, here we have nothing. On this coil we have 10 ohms. So 10 ohms on the coil here on the left. This is weird. I find it a bit low. 10 ohms, good. Let's see the other coils. This one is very high. This one here. This one is 56 ohms. Yeah, I need to adjust my software there as it cuts from the first numbers. This is also 55 ohms. That's interesting. This one here is a few hundred ohms. This one here, yeah, well, this is 7 ohms. So another coil here, another supply in this area. So this is really weird because we have two with low ohms and they are kind of far away from the CPU, from the memory. I don't know. This is a bit weird. We have another one here, and I think this is dead short. One ohm. Why do I get 1 ohm here? 0 C. So this is short, and this one here, this is also short. I think very low, very low. This is quite bad. So I don't understand why do people remove the BIOS, and why do they try it when you have something shorted on the board. So that is really annoying, because now even if we repair the board and we manage to do something, we'll always ask ourselves if there's something wrong with the BIOS itself. Maybe they didn't put the original back. Yeah, I don't know. So it's a bit difficult to work on devices after others work on it. But let's see what we can do. I think I'm gonna first remove the board and have an inspection, a visual inspection under the microscope, and then maybe we can figure out what is actually shorted there. Also here we are under the microscope. Let's see what we have here. So this USB connector has been worked on here. I'm not sure if it has been removed or not. I don't think it has been. I think only this was resoldered. No idea why. Oh well. This chip was worked on. This is a BIOS. The TPS. So this is the power delivery PD controller. I'm not sure if it has been removed, and I don't know. There's a lot of flux here. Okay, we have the interseal chip right there. Let's go. Just wanna see if there are some loose components or some water damage or stuff like that. This also has been removed. Freaking hell. They tried everything. So here on this coil we have a dead short, right? That one we know for sure. Yeah, and that's it on this side. Let's turn it over. On the other side, nothing relevant there. LAH81 is the board. And here I think this has been resoldered or something, because I can see here a bridge between two pins, between the two pads. See there, the bridge. I don't think they are supposed to be bridged, so we can fix that fast. Yeah, so that's way better. No bridge. Yeah, I can't really see anything wrong. So I think we should go back to the coil where we had the dead short. And this is the coil. I'm not sure what this powers, but I think we're gonna prepare some injection, and let me prepare the thermal camera and see what's heating up. Yeah, so I'm gonna start the power supply. You'll see it's the second to last, 0.8 volt, and I'm gonna inject right here, and let's see what is heating up. Yeah, and we can see the PCH heating up. There's a lot of thermal paste there. Yeah, so let me try to clean it, because the heat is somewhere there. But unfortunately, I think this is game over for this laptop. Yeah, the heat comes somewhere around here. This paste is so nasty. So let's look again. Let me connect back the thermal camera. And let's see what we get. Yeah, so we can definitely see the PCH is dead. Good. Well, so this is very unfortunate. We do not really know if this was actually provoked by somebody that was trying to fix the board, and by doing stuff maybe it shorted out something and the PCH was gone. Obviously there's a short that is reaching the PCH, or maybe this was something else, but unfortunately this is it. This video will be useful because you have here the diagnostic steps I took, and I think they are quite okay, and you can use these steps in diagnosing a dead laptop. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.